receiving from County Cork, David Walsh. Okay, 2-15's a tiebreaker to 11. 0-0. Short on the line, second serve. Side out. 0-1. Short. Oh, sorry, 0-0, yeah. Second serve. Side out. 0-0. Point. 1-0. Short. Second serve. Point. 2-0. Side out.
We're back.
0-2.
All right, so we're back for the other semi-final here. Myself and Patrick Murphy.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
Quick start by Diarmaid here, Paddy.
Yeah, he's looking strong so far, very consistent. Pushing David around the
1-2.
place. They're just kind of feeling each other out for the start of it anyways. Oh, great pick by Diarmaid.
Point.
Just drops in short.
Yeah, after the excitement of the last match and watching Paul,
2-2.
it's great to see such a big crowd in here. And
Play it again.
good shot, good serve by David though. So dug out of the backcourt by Diarmaid Nash.
Needs to put it away, and he doesn't. Okay.
So David's settling into this. So he's Paddy.
He is, yeah, sure. He has no need to feel nerves anyways after the performance he had in his quarter-final against Robbie.
3-2.
Oh, it's a big serve from David Walsh. Diarmaid appealing it, looking for. Could have hit the line.
It's a point.
I don't think there can be any complaints about that one anyways. but maybe.
I can't hear you, Jeremy. No, he.
I said,
Where is Matt? Hold on a second. Hold on. Is Conor McElduff out there?
It's a big serve, Dave.
He's
Okay.
meant to be a line judge. Cian, you do the line. You can change
okay,
seats
so
there.
sorry, a few technical hiccups here at the start of this
All
second
right.
game, but mostly my fault. So I'll take the blame for that, Paddy.
Who's up there? Someone do a line on this side.
Okay, so we've an
Lauren.
ex-Mallow man on that
Lauren.
line, so I think that's causing a bit of
Lauren,
a bit
so,
of
yeah.
controversy. But
thanks.
Yeah, in fairness now.
4-0.
Keane's fair man, but
Sorry, 4-2.
You gotta question. It's the semi-final of the world.
yeah.
Diarmaid goes back to the ceiling, dropping in deep for David Walsh. Did well to dig that out. Leaves the setup. And well put away by David Walsh.
Point.
So
5-2.
David settling into this game really quickly. That's really good play by David. He's playing with such freedom.
I'm out.
Paddy.
6-2.
Yeah, and you're not going to see him really moving from the middle of the court too much either. Like, he wants to be up there in that dominant position and kind of dictating from there. Like, Diarmaid's going to try his best to get him out of that centre, but he's going to
Diarmaid-
have a really
Is
tough time.
Diarmaid looking a little nervous here?
Potentially, yeah, but I suppose it's not his first rodeo either. Like, he's been around the
Far
block,
from.
so
Lad down. Lauren's down.
Diarmaid Nash, champion of champions as well. He's won everything there is in the game. Irish Nationals, US Nationals, Irish Senior Championships, Senior Doubles Championships.
10 seconds.
I suppose this is a big one, missing off his mantelpiece at the minute, and he'll be looking
This
to.
is the one he's looking for. And so
Okay.
David Walsh with a
Settle
fast
down.
start, 6-2 here in the National
6-2.
Handball Centre in Croke Park. Diarmaid digs it out.
Side out.
I suppose in a way they're two similar-ish
2-6.
players. They both like their paddles, they like their underarm swings. Now Dave probably brings a little bit more power to the table, whereas Nash is going to play the ball around. And
Yeah, I think that with Diarmaid, when he's really in the zone,
Short.
he's going for it. Like,
he's very hard bet.
devastating.
Second
Yeah.
serve.
Like he was playing so well against Killian. Like to win that first game 15-1, played practically flawless handball.
Yeah, it's not a regular player that can do that to Killian Carroll.
Killian Carroll, one of the greats of the game.
Massive
Big
hop on that.
Oh my god!
Point.
Isn't it like
In open
look at
play
this for
too.
technique? Oh, that's outrageous.
3-6.
I don't think the camera did that justice either. There's
No,
an
you can see
absolutely-
it from here though. So Diarmaid
I
Nash
think
drives it
that
down
might
the
have
left.
clipped the line, Chris. What do you
Point.
think?
I'd be surprised if it wasn't appealed. But David doesn't appeal it.
I suppose he just wants to keep the
4-6.
head straight and focus on the task in hand.
Yeah, very much so. David Walsh with a big win over Robbie McCarthy earlier
Short.
in the week.
Massive win. I don't think too many people saw it coming, to be fair.
Yeah,
No, it's a long time in the
Second
making.
serve.
especially with the way they performed earlier on in the year in the senior semi-finals. Like, you've just had that feeling that David had a way to go, but I tell you, he played outrageous handball and he hit serious amount of kill shots, and he showed a lot of mental strength. You know, he was 8-2
Point.
up, and then Robbie drew him in the tiebreak all the way to winning, leading 9-8.
5-6.
And David came back in and hit 4 absolute stingers of kills. So that's a great shot by Diarmaid.
Point.
Diarmaid coming on
Together
the
at
ball.
6.
training well. He's starting to settle into this, I think.
Yeah.
Paddy.
Yeah.
Isn't it great to see such a big crowd here at the
It's
National Amber Centre?
tremendous.
They're literally here from all over the world.
Ah, well
That's a
done
great
by
pick.
David. I think he thought that rally was over himself.
Sometimes you just have to, to stick a hand out.
Yeah, okay.
You'd need a shovel to pick that one though. Well, I definitely would.
Timeout 7-6.
Well, it's kind
That's
of
great.
just the exact opposite as what we saw a few minutes ago. Like Diarmaid just can't be moved from the middle of the court, so it's just
calmly getting into position and kind of stepping in, just stepping up the match a bit, pushing the pace a little bit on David. So in the ladies' draw earlier on today, we saw Martina McMahon make her way to the final with the 2-game win over Fiona Tully, and she will be playing
One each.
Irish team representative Sienna Corrine, who had a 2-game win over her doubles teammate Claire Galway's Niamh Heffernan. 2 convincing wins, and I know our team captain Fiona Tully will be a little bit disappointed that she went out, but she'll have a chance to make up for it later on, as she'll be playing doubles with Alicia McCrory against
Okay, settle down.
Martina McMahon.
Score is
and
7-6.
Aoife McCarthy. Sienna and Niamh will be playing Quillen Burke and Ciara Mahon. As we get back to the action. Big setup. Diarmaid drives it down the right. Oh,
Point.
David goes to paddle it in, just comes up short. I just feel
8-6.
like last couple of shots, nothing's really gone right for David. But Diarmaid seems to have a bit of control, Betty.
he does, and something's kind of telling me that this game could go on for quite some time too. So like we're looking at the
Point.
first game. Obviously, you're going to have the momentum going into the second, but I have a feeling, regardless of who wins this first, it's going to be very tough to win 2 games straight.
Yeah. But shots like that from German Nash. He's been
9-6.
clinical in this championship all the way through. Against Ray Ure, against Killian Carroll, when he gets half setups, he's been putting them away. Been playing very aggressive, which
Point.
that's it. It shows it there. He hits the crack serve,
10-6.
hits that crack, and David didn't react to it.
From what I'm hearing as well, these 2 lads they're doing a lot of training
Short
up in Crow
ball.
Park anyways.
Yeah.
I think they're both kind of based out of
Second
Dublin,
serve.
so it's
Yeah.
obviously going to be a huge benefit to both of these 2 lads. Getting all that training in beforehand.
Absolutely, and yeah, having the access to the courts is one thing, but the performance on the day is another. German Nash drives David into the.
Side out.
That's a good shot.
Six 10.
So it's 6-7-10. David Walsh with a bit of work to do, but still a lot left in this game yet.
Okay, so I think that's what we kind of,
Point.
if you're in David's corner there, that's what we need to be seeing. We need to be seeing those drives, small bit of hop on that ball as well as he passed it too, which is kind of
7-10.
trademark Dave Walsh with his spin shots. Underarm spin, he gets a massive hop on it.
Massive spin serve.
Great little jump there, but David digs it out.
That's a great shot.
Nash.
Can't leave it up in Diarmaid's wheelhouse like that.
10-7.
Just put away convincingly. German Nash of the Tuamgraney Club, who was the home of Pat Kirby, who won the 1970 world title here
Point.
in Crow Park in the old centre. It was newly built at the time, and they played on a 60 by 30 court.
11-7.
You're nodding in approval, Paddy.
Hadn't
Yeah,
a clue
big-
about that, to be honest with you,
No.
Chris.
You're
Great little fact there.
you're an exponent of the 60 by 30 grade yourself, so As Jim Nash goes back to the ceiling. That's a good shot. Big setup for Diarmaid. Puts it away.
Point.
David Walsh takes the
Time
time
out.
out
That's your last. 12-7.
as the referee, Michael Finnegan, who knows all about big days, not just in Croke Park, but on the World Championship scene, winner of the 2003 doubles title with Paul Brady and won the doubles title in 2009 with Owen Kennedy.
And he's going to be delighted, obviously, to see his ex-partner there in the final and
Absolutely thrilled.
weighing up who he's going to be.
But it's incredible. Like his going back to Paul's performance, I'd like to get your thoughts on it. For me, it was one of the great performances that he had put in a championship match.
Yeah, no, like absolutely outrageous. Like, you know, like there wasn't a single point that Paul wanted to let go. Like, it's not like the old Paul that we used to see. Like, he'd never hit the deck. He was digging out every single ball that he could and powering it, driving it, killing it, passing it. Like, do you know, like Martin Mulcairn's a very quick and athletic man, but if you're hitting the ball that hard at Martin in a way that he can't actually get a full swing on it, it's, you know, it's, if Martin can't do it, there's not too many people that can.
Score is 12-7.
Very strong performance from Paul. Like, it's, you know, undeniable. He's definitely still in the mix for it, anyways.
Absolutely.
Would he be your favourite?
Short.
At the moment, look, he's there. He's won 5 world titles. He's won everything
Second
there
serve.
to win the game. He's by far ahead of anyone else in terms of world titles. He's has 11 US national titles, tied with Natty Alvarado Senior.
I'm sure that's still in the back of his head as
absolutely.
well, a small little bit.
Yeah.
I know he's tried to go out there
Point.
a couple of times now, and just things haven't worked out due to injury and stuff like that. So I'd say, you know, there could be something kind of festering here in the background.
100%. It's like he wants all the records.
Yeah.
As Jim Nash starting to take the game away from David here. That's, even though he overhit the serve, David doesn't capitalise, and Jim re-kills it in the front court.
14 game ball.
Blink and
Serve
take
7.
your eyes off it for a second, the rally's over.
Yeah, so Jim Nash is going to be serving for the first game. It's 14-7 here.
Very similar position to the one that Dave Walsh was in against Robbie McCarthy there.
First game,
Now obviously
lads.
he dropped that first game, came back into it very strong, but it's going to be very, very difficult to see that happen again.
Yeah, like the way Jim is playing, he's so controlled. He looks so confident. Yeah, gotta say that was a very convincing first game win for Jim and Nash. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the second game here in the men's open semi-final, the World Handball Championships, sponsored by oneills.com and brought to you by TG. Saying, let's go, David. And there's loads of others in it.
Oh, nearly a double fault from Dave there.
So David Walsh pushing. What do you think he has to do, Paddy, to kind of drive into a little bit of control here?
Look,
0-0.
I think that power position in the middle of the court is, you know, like you're at this
vital,
level,
yeah.
you're not going to win any games from the back of the court. Like, you maybe a couple of rallies, a couple of points, but you're going to have to kill that ball stone dead. Just
like
as
that.
he did.
Yeah.
So
He's listening to you.
if he can hit 15 more of those in a row, which I highly doubt, that might work.
0-0.
Or just, you know, when he was on top in that first game, David just really worked out of the centre, and he's cutting off ball like that. Like, there's, you know, well picked by Diarmaid now.
Play it again.
Play over.
So Michael Finnegan, the referee, gets the lads to play it over.
0-0.
Well dug out by Diarmaid. That's a dirty ball down the back wall.
Oh,
Diarmaid
Point.
goes for the kill, but doesn't get it.
1-0. Short. Second serve.
control from David in this so far. But he's under pressure there. He
Nice.
digs out of the back court.
Push pass by Diarmaid, and he goes for it.
And that's it.
Side out. 0-1.
So Diarmaid back into serve. That's 0-1 here. The second game after winning the first convincingly 15-7. Oh. David drives it down the line but doesn't get close
Play it
enough
again.
to pass.
Oh,
That's
I'm not too sure. No, that was obviously the pace that they're going at. It's very difficult to make
Yeah,
a
it
call
just
on that.
checks
But
up,
I
like-
think that might have just been past Dave.
0-1.
Yeah, he gets lucky there, I think. But it's tough to be a referee.
It is.
Calling
It
it in
is.
the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy when
yeah,
you're watching
yeah.
a replay. Oh, that's
Point.
a great serve from Jim and Nash.
No better man to ref than Mike Finnegan as
1-1.
well.
Yeah,
Of course.
that's a great serve down the right.
Point.
A good serve down the left. David a little bit deflated the way he walked back to his position there because
2-1.
that was a bit of a hand error. It's a significant difference in pace to the other semi-final.
Yeah, very much so.
Like,
Different tempo, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's
just-
something that David kind of needs to look at as well because he's, a high octane kind of player. Like he needs to be.
yeah, maybe
3-1.
push on a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
I suppose, given the circumstances of a World Men's Open,
Oh, it's only natural to. But as you said, he
Point.
needs to maybe dictate the terms a little bit. I think he's repealing the serve there.
I call the serve good. 2 agree.
Both agree.
Point. 4-1.
Seemed like a bit of a wasted appeal there.
yeah. So that's one of his 2 appeals lost. Just on a side note there, Chris, I tried to play a bit of handball there myself when I was down in
Sure did.
I was down in
Play it again.
Kilkenny there during the week.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a tournament on there as well.
Yeah.
The same competition.
Absolutely.
So they had lots of different grades down in Kilkenny throughout.
Yeah, across
4-1.
Leinster.
Right.
20 venues. Gotta say, and obviously you were down playing the championship there earlier on in the week. How was the atmosphere down where you were?
Unbelievable, Chris, and
Side out.
the displays of volunteerism as well was second to
Incredible.
none as well. Yeah,
You were well looked after.
Well looked after. Well
1-4.
fed. Never really had to worry too much about anything. Well looked after. Even there was a lady there in Kells. The shower wasn't working on the day that we were playing there, and she offered to bring us up to the house. So, kind of, it goes to show the community that we have here in the sport of handball and kind of how good it is. And
That's amazing.
this
Yeah.
I think this World Championship has really brought the best out in
2-4.
Yeah,
in a lot of clubs. And
I know there was huge amount of work across Leinster to make this happen, and the clubs have been incredible in
Point.
making that happen. That was a big hand error from Diarmaid.
massive, and he got a full swing on it too,
Yeah,
and
it's
still
just you
skipped it.
don't-
Unusually went down the left with that, but I suppose he had David
Kinda-
off balance.
Yeah, he kind of. I
3-4.
think David had taken a half step to the right, made Diarmaid go, I'll paddle this down the left, and comes up short. That's what David needs to be doing though. Kind of driving it
Contact on
Contact,
that.
lads.
as David Walsh gets a
Play it
replay
again.
there.
3-4.
The contact.
Short. Second
David
serve.
very close to hitting the sidewall, giving his hand away. But it was the second serve.
So, just at that second serve, that overarm kind of toss around off the right side wall, I feel like that must be calculated from David, because I just don't think that's the style of play that he should be.
No, but
He
do you
should
know?
be-
Do you know what? If I was David, and he could have studied some of the tape on
Exactly.
Diarmaid earlier on the
Yeah.
week,
Yeah,
and Ray Ure, who brought Diarmaid to a tiebreak, in
got a
the
lot of
round
joy
the-
out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
he
at
went down
4.
the left. So he went, scores come together. He actually was lob tossing down the left and getting big setups on his right hand. In their round of 16 match, I think.
I think it
Side out.
was, yeah.
So Ray, in fairness, was lethal in that game.
Yeah, Ray's
out.
brought a lot
I'm
to
out
the
German,
tournament this
4-4.
time around
Ray,
as well. He's really
Ivan,
progressed.
Abe Montijo, they've all the Cordova brothers who we'll
course,
see
yeah.
later on. Yeah, it's been an incredible tournament, and the standard has been scandalously high,
Yeah.
Paddy.
Very, very good.
And from what I'm told, down the country there's been some amazing wins. I heard Anthony Clifford of Kilkenny, who won the 17 under singles, was in devastating
I heard
form.
that, alright, yeah.
He's been talking the place.
Anthony is some handballer altogether. He's gifted now, very athletic.
Gifted handballer and
great
a lovely
hands.
lad. Absolute credit to Kilkenny handball, and supposedly an exceptional hurler as well. So hopefully that I'll keep him playing
10
both
seconds.
codes. And gotta give a shout out to our Mayo buddies, Shane Herty and Lorcan Conlon, who won the B doubles.
Massive win from the lads.
Big win for the lads. I'm delighted for them.
Yeah.
So
Weren't as fortunate in the singles, but it's great to get that title back across
4-4.
the Shannon to the west.
yeah, absolutely. It's good to see Mayo winning world titles. But as we get back to the open singles semi-final here, Diarmaid Nash, a game up and 4-all with David Walsh and the Mallow Club from County Cork. Diarmaid lets it off to the back wall and finishes it.
Point.
David can't give
5-4.
Diarmaid those opportunities. I know it's easier said than done when you're under pressure. Like Diarmaid's twisting the screw a bit at the moment. But, Diarmaid digs out of the back court. Opportunity for David. Diarmaid runs it down. That's an outrageous shot by David Walsh.
Absolutely fantastic. Off the left side, let that drop down
Side
to his
out.
knee and let go of it.
Yeah, that's a loosener.
Yeah.
4-5. Screen. Screen serve.
David Walsh really got that left-handed kill going against Robbie, and he's trying to do the same again now.
Play it again.
The crowd's still coming in here, filling this out. It's good to see the arena so full. Tomorrow, for the open finals, the men's and women's singles and doubles will be played, and it is already sold out. So who will be taking on the great Paul Brady? Will be
4-5,
David Walsh for
play
Diarmaid
over.
Nash. David Walsh drives it down the right, flicks it up to the ceiling. Opportunity for Diarmaid. He elects to pass. This is a big opportunity. Puts it around the corner and puts it away. Can't give Diarmaid that type of time with the ball, Paddy.
No.
He's
5-4.
again, he seems to be growing into the game a bit.
And kind of when you weigh it up as well, there's a lot less hand errors out of Diarmaid Nash here.
Yeah.
So that's probably what we've seen, the difference in kind of score lines. Like he's putting David under a lot of pressure with very kind of high percentage, lower risk kind of shots.
Yeah.
And he's just showing his composure and I suppose all that experience that he's acquired over the years.
Again, a world champion in his own right, winning the 23s, under 23s world title in 2012,
Point.
but last time they were held in Ireland. Diarmaid Nash.
And if my memory serves me correct as well, I think himself and
6-4.
Robbie McCarthy won the
Well,
last
open doubles.
two open doubles as well. Well, two out of, I suppose, in Calgary and Minnesota in 15 and 18.
Exactly right.
So
The current open doubles is actually Killian Carroll and Martin Returns, because they won last year's edition, which was an invitational open title. But you're right, a 2-time open doubles
4-6.
winner already, looking to get the open singles to his name as well. Big hop from David Walsh.
Dug out nicely by Diarmaid.
Oh, it's a great shot. Big natural hop, goes around the corner, and then sets up perfectly for that left-hand kill.
5-6.
I don't think there's any reason why, anyone wouldn't want a tiebreaker here. Like, it's just, the more high-quality handball that we can see out of these kind of players. Like,
if Diarmaid or David David definitely wants to get to a tiebreaker, but like Diarmaid doesn't.
Yeah, Diarmaid doesn't. Okay, I just lied about that. So.
Yeah. There's one person who doesn't want to go to a tiebreaker. It's Diarmaid Nash.
Yeah.
6-5.
When you weigh it up to, like, that Paul Brady's draw, like it's worked out so perfectly for him. It's like he had a day off yesterday.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what he did with that day off, Chris, to be honest, just because whatever they put in his gravy yesterday worked very well.
Big time. Jim goes to dive in, but he doesn't. Yeah, 100%. Well, look, he went home to relax, I think, and he's come back a new man, as we see the great Owen Kennedy on the side of court there. As our line judges for this match, Ryan Mullen and Lauren Collado. Lauren coming all the way here from California, with a part of the contingent of Americans that have
Okay, the score is 5-6.
really brought an awful lot to this championship themselves. The Mexicans, the Japanese that have been here. Jim Nash leaves out with the back wall. Checks up nicely and David puts it away. David's not going away.
Point.
No. I think
Together at 6.
kind of big change to David's game this year now as we're tied at 6 is he's killing a lot more ball in his right hand.
Yes.
He had a massive tendency to kill the ball off his left hand exclusively, and now he's either hand veering away from that pass and getting a bit more aggressive. So very hard stopping man when you don't know,
Yeah.
Point.
David left that up and
bit of a hop off David's shot there too, which just kind of helped it away, I think.
big time.
It's not as straightforward as it looked there.
7-6. Side out.
That's a big shot from Diarmaid. So it's Diarmaid Nash.
6-7.
Goes to the overhand, changing the pace of the game. David goes to spike it. Drives it around the wall. This is an opportunity for Diarmaid, and he puts it away.
That roll out.
Absolutely. You could actually see his eyes light up as that ball came around, because that's a
Together
Diarmaid
at
Nash shot
7.
all day, every day. Yeah, absolutely takes advantage of that. Oh, that's a good serve by Diarmaid.
Point.
So David
8-7.
has to do something significant here, because the game can go away from him very quickly if this continues. Diarmaid looking to take control of this match. David, that goes up to the ceiling, dirty ball.
Party ball, as the Americans call it there, front wall then roof. Works though.
It sure does.
So nobody wants to give the upper hand here now. Very safe, and Diarmaid
An
seems to let
opportunity.
it go.
That's well dug out by Diarmaid, but it's up off the back wall. David snatches at that.
Point.
He'd be very disappointed. If I was David, I'd be looking to take time out here. Like
9-7.
only 6 points away from this second game. David has to find a little bit of momentum. He found it against Robbie, Jeremy's looking very impressive at the moment.
These games to 15 just slip away so fast too.
Yeah. Just adds a different dynamic. That's a great shot. David needed that. So David Walsh back into service, 7-9.
Flat roll that from up at his stomach.
7-9.
With his fist.
Just comes over the ball and flans it out.
Short.
So it's actually quite a hop on that as well. Putting a bit
Second
of
serve.
natural on it. So Jim Nash digs out of the back. That's put around. It's an opportunity for David. He likes to pass. And it's a bad decision. Like he had the whole front court open there. He decided to drive it down the wall. Ends up being a bad decision there. What do you think, Paddy?
Bad decision, and just kind of looking at David's body language there as well. His head is down a small bit now. I think he needs to really come into this with kind of a, you know, a more task-focused approach than kind of, you know, it seems to be like he hits a good shot, he's thriving off it. He hits a bad shot, he's kind of struggling after it.
Yeah.
So I think he just needs to keep the head down and work at this. It's not every day that you get a crack at Diarmaid Nash in a world semi-final.
Yeah, and you just think there's just a feeling that Diarmaid has a little bit more control. He has his hands around the game at the moment.
Yeah.
As we see Claire Conway doing a bit of work on the course, so you get perfectly clear pictures. Fair play to Claire and Paddy Port Gaffney and Owen and everyone else. Conor McElduff, Marguerite,
Chris Gavigan.
Oh well, I was only doing a small bit, but they but like the team has been incredible all week. There we are, myself and the good-looking Mayo man beside me.
Stop, Chris, you're making me blush.
Let's see, I couldn't make you blush, mate. Shameless altogether.
Yeah. You know, I was nervous about this when it started off first, Chris, when you initially asked me, but it took me about 2 seconds to say that I'd do it, just because you don't get these chances too often, Chris.
No. So look, it's a World Championship semi-final. Quillen Burke actually making a mess of things
back
here,
on.
Moving around the court all over the place.
Yeah,
Making everyone move as usual.
Call the whole job off now after that.
Actually, close the place down.
Yeah.
Sorry. Diarmaid and David make their way back after that glove change. So David Walsh sporting a Southern Classic jersey. Their Irish tour stop that they hold down in Liscarroll and Mallow. Were you down there last year?
No, didn't go down last year, no.
Might have to make an effort down this year. So
Maybe. Will you come, Chris?
I might do for it. Sure, look, if they'll have me. Bosco's in charge of that, so it's up in the air. He might ban me.
Yeah.
You know what Bosco's like.
Yeah.
9-7.
Okay, so as we get back to the match here. Oh, that's a great shot. That's exactly what we expect from Diarmaid. He's a
little over the top dump into the right corner.
He's
10-7.
so good off the fly. So at 10-7, Diarmaid Nash
Short.
trying to drive his way towards the finish line here. David
Second serve.
looking to drag him into a tie break. That's a really good shot.
Point.
Like, Jeremy just playing within himself at the moment, taking control of the front court.
David
11-7.
kind of forced that position as well a little bit and then actually put himself on the back foot.
So
Hard to know what to do, isn't it?
it's what can you do with Jeremy? He's just such a complete player.
Yeah.
So mentally strong as well. That's a big setup though. He goes and runs it down. That's a good shot.
Side out.
If you're in Paul Brady's shoes, who do you want to win this game?
I don't. If you're in Paul Brady's shoes, you don't care who wins.
7-11.
You don't care who wins any game. Isn't that the truth though? Paul Brady is. Paul Brady just wants Paul Brady. That he's the greatest of all time for a reason. Oh, what a pick. Diarmaid goes for it down the left, picked out by David Walsh. Oh my god.
Very
David has to
unfortunate.
settle.
Side out.
Diarmaid gets the serve back. There's Diarmaid him that with a bit of power.
11-7.
I lost in the glass a bit as well. You've played in the glass court before?
Had just a bit of a tip around the training game there. Now, very unusual, I suppose, to start off with, but I imagine that kind of if you had a couple of goals in it, it'd be manageable.
That's a great shot by Diarmaid. Diarmaid looking absolutely brilliant at the moment.
Point.
Have you played in it, Chris?
I've played on it a few times. Yeah, as you said, it takes a while to get used to it. But these two men wouldn't have that excuse.
No.
They play here regular, but without such a big crowd here, it's hard to get 500 people to follow you around the whole time.
Yeah, 500 cardboard cutouts maybe, I'd say.
Oh, that's an incredible shot by Diarmaid Nash. David Walsh takes the time out, but that's amazing handball.
13-7.
Diarmaid Nash, so controlled. Just 2 points away from getting to the open singles final, and he is playing incredible handball.
I feel a small bit frustrated for Dave in the sense that I just don't think that he's fully performed yet.
No.
Now we still do have a chance, but with 2 points to go for Diarmaid,
it's
massive
really
uphill battle.
It's huge, and I was saying when Martin was when he was 13 or 14-2 down against Paul that he has Everest to climb. This is a similar situation.
Yeah.
You know, what I'd say is that Diarmaid's big game experience has really come to the front here. I think Diarmaid in the clutch moments, being there on the big day over and over, winning senior and national titles and open doubles titles at the World Championships has been, I think that's been a massive difference in this game. And David Walsh is definitely the coming force. He's been incredible in this game, Paddy.
Yeah.
But you know, it's when Diarmaid is in this type of form, this is why he's one of the best in the world, one of the best to ever do it himself.
It's funny as well, like, you know, Diarmaid kind of exclusively plays the 40/20 code, so he's a man that's often overlooked because he just, you know, he'll come in, dip out, play his tournaments to a really, really high standard. You know, very hard to beat. A handful of people might be lucky enough to do it at times. But
yeah, absolutely. So we're at match point.
Short.
It's a short ball.
Second serve.
Diarmaid Nash goes to an overhand serve. David Walsh goes to the ceiling. Patient play by both players, but that's an opportunity for David, and he absolutely flatlines it. Well taken by David Walsh.
7-14.
Diarmaid just leaving that up too high. So David Walsh, can he make a stand here?
Play it again. 7-14.
Driving it down the right. Diarmaid puts it to the ceiling. Dirty one down the left corner.
David opting to keep Diarmaid above his head because it's going to keep him away from doing any damage. Diarmaid's letting it.
Oh, that's a great shot by David. He's lethal off his left hand, isn't he?
Unbelievable.
Just lets it drop around knee height and then just absolutely wellies it. Great power.
I'd say he hits it twice as hard on his left hand as well, which is
Yeah.
unusual. It's his off hand, but I suppose he probably gets more of that hop on his right hand, so
Yeah,
maybe a
yeah,
bit of
yeah.
a slower swing.
He is brilliant technique. So the crowd
Point. 8-14.
anticipating here.
Whoa. Skid ball.
The crowd is been treated some electric play today. Starting with Sienna's convincing win over Niamh
8-14.
Heffernan and then on to Martina's dominant win over Fiona Tully.
Fantastic serve. Sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Then the two men's semi-finals where Paul Brady came through the first. That's a hand error from David Walsh
Side out.
and Diarmaid Nash. He's here. He's going to serve. We're at match point.
Game ball serves 8.
The 14 serving 8. Can Diarmaid Nash finish off in this time around? Serves it down the left. David Walsh pokes it up. Goes for well dug out by Diarmaid. It's in the back corner. He puts it around the house. There's an opportunity for Diarmaid. And he puts it into the floor.
Side out.
So at 8-14,
8-14.
David Walsh is still alive, but he's kind of on life support at the moment.
Yeah.
But he has the serve. This is a big opportunity. He drives it down the wall. Diarmaid picks it
wow.
out. That's a good dive. Diarmaid's up.
Is there anything Diarmaid can't get back on the wall?
It's incredible.
He has half a
That's
chance
oh,
here.
that's a dirty one. It came out of the back right corner. Very hot.
Shows gloves. Change them. 2 minutes.
So we're going to get a 2-minute glove change here.
9-14.
Diarmaid looking for some sort of a skid ball, but I don't think it was that. I think it just popped off the back wall and checked up into the side wall when that happened.
Mixture of that glass back corner as well, do you know, that joint there, it's
As Ollie Cassidy's been calling it, the twilight zone all week.
Bermuda Triangle.
It sure is. Been a busy week of handball across Leinster for the World Handball Championships. We've world champions across the grades. If you want to know how your favourite player got on, or someone from your club or your country, you can go to knowthescore.ie. You can check out all the information. There's live updates every time there's a score. So you can go through the full draws and all the information's there. If you want to watch back any of the matches, you can obviously watch a replay of the live streams on the TG Cahir Sport YouTube page, or you can go to GA Handball TV, where we've been putting up all the matches individualized, so you can watch your favorite match from the championship. As David Walsh makes his way back to the handball court, he's not gone away just yet, but Diarmaid Nash is at match point. If David Walsh could get to maybe 11 or 12, that would
It'll
put
open up the game massively,
significant
yeah.
pressure on Diarmaid. David has nothing to lose here, but he has to
Okay,
make something
score
out
is
of these next couple of
9-14.
points. David Walsh drives it down the right, picked out by Diarmaid Nash. That's really
Oh wow.
wow.
Did very well to keep that inside the court.
that almost went into the crowd. That's David's going to be looking for a cover there, but I don't think he's going to get it.
At the shot, David.
If you don't ask, though, Chris, as I
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
If you don't ask, you won't know.
Game ball,
He
serves
accepts the
9.
call, but Diarmaid was right on his heels. He was moving quick as well. So Diarmaid Nash with match point against Mallow's David Walsh.
Short.
Goes for that serve down the right.
Second serve.
He's changed to a lob serve. And second serve. So 2-wall lob. Diarmaid goes to the ceiling. Opportunity for Diarmaid. Does he go for it? He elects to pass.
Let over.
It's going to be reserve. Patient play by Diarmaid though.
Yeah.
Game ball, serves 9.
He kind of forced that play over as well a little
Yeah.
bit. Like he could have let that ball back, but he knew where he wanted to take it
Well,
anyway.
when he has the ball in hand,
Yeah.
well dug out of the back corner from Diarmaid Nash.
Massive hop on that from David.
Oh, that's going to be a hard one to get. David does well to keep it alive. This is an opportunity. Diarmaid goes to the top, to the ceiling. David wraps around the walls.
Diarmaid doing well to get his hand on that. Okay, now here's a setup.
Oh, what a pick. Oh, and that's into the floor. David Walsh isn't going away easy.
Side out.
Do you know, maybe I'm just being optimistic because, you know, I want to upset Diarmaid and be the only.
Well,
but upset Diarmaid by not taking it home in 2 straight, I mean.
yeah,
we were talking about
yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
But I'd love for this to go to a tiebreaker, I think. It
Oh,
would,
shit, wouldn't we all? But again, David has to move the needle each time he gets into serve. And
Yeah.
the last 2 times he's
9 serves
only
14.
got picked up 1 point since Diarmaid's got to 14. But you can't count anything out. It's a game to 15. And oh, that's a great shot. And stuff like that, things can happen. And
Point.
the hardest point to get is the last one. Diarmaid's there's a feeling that Diarmaid's coming unstuck. He's had 3
10,
match points
14.
already. Can David push now and go 5-0, which he needs to do. So he's 10-14. Oh, and he gets a
Point.
crack serve. What timing to pick that out at. That's the serve he needed. Oh, it's an outrageous serve.
So he's made it up to
11,
11 like you wanted,
14.
Chris.
Yeah. Oh, he needed to get... This is where the pressure's coming. How does Diarmaid deal with it? Diarmaid puts it down the left. Oh, Dave goes for it, but he puts it into the ground. A very, very brave shot.
Side
Yeah,
out.
with winning the
Time
match
out.
in it, I feel like
Diarmaid.
I feel like it would have been.
That would have been,
you know,
yeah,
your
it was-
momentum was there.
It was kill or be killed. And he skipped it in. So as Diarmaid takes a time out to compose himself. It's been again a very, very different match to the match we had before, which we expected, Paddy, but
Yeah.
nonetheless it's been very compelling.
Completely different styles, though, Chris. Like, you know, we've obviously very, very aggressive players. Probably 2 of the best killers of the ball.
Yeah. Ever.
Rally enders in the form of Martin and Paul Brady, of course. Martin Mulcairns and Paul Brady. And then you have the tactical mastermind, Diarmaid Nash. Like, he's, you know,
Yeah.
marathon handball player. Like, it's, you know,
He
10 seconds.
cracks people.
no, he does. He break your heart. So Diarmaid Nash of the Graney Club in Clare with match
Game ball,
points.
serves 11.
So you see him.
If I'm Diarmaid Nash, I'm going for a crack serve.
I think he zips it down the right.
I'm saying down the left. No, you got it. Right, okay.
Oh, big
Skips
chance.
it in.
And he skips
Side
it in.
out.
There seems a little bit of tension in Jim's play.
Yeah.
11-14.
So, can he loosen it out now? So big opportunity for David. Can he keep this run going? Drives it down the right. Oh, that's a great shot by David Walsh. David Walsh isn't going anywhere just yet. He's keeping this match alive. And at 12-14, he's ratcheting up the pressure on Jim Nash.
Might have seen Robbie
12-14.
McCarthy hit a shot or two like that there in their game the other day.
Very much so. So opportunity for David to go to pass. It's up off the back wall. Well dug out. And that's an unbelievable shot. David Walsh roars with the absolute elation. That was absolutely bottom brick.
I don't know about you now, Chris, but kind of have a dose of the goosebumps there now after that.
David
was
Walsh is in
something
the
else.
ascendancy. Must be the
13,
favourite
14.
for this game now. He's dragged himself back in from the depths. Jim Nash goes around the walls. Opportunity for Jimmer, then he cooks
wow.
it.
Side out.
Shit, that's incredible stones. Like, what it takes to, in that moment, to go for that shot.
Game ball 13.
He's a brave man. So, another match point opportunity for Jim Nash. 14-13. Drives it down the left. Digs it out. Can he go? He gets it, and he's in the World Finals. Jim Nash of the Tuamgraney Club. He gets there. Gets over the line. What an incredible match. David Walsh, really massive credit to him. He put on an absolute display. It showed such heart in the dying moments of the second game. But it's Jim Nash's day. He will be playing Paul Brady in the championship finals in the 2024 World Championships. Brought to you by oneills.com and TG Car Sports. Paddy, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, so I suppose it probably did take that little bit longer for David to settle into it. I think it was too late, obviously. He probably should have made that push a little bit sooner, but I suppose if he had the choice to make that push, he would have done it. Like, it's, you know, the way that Diarmaid plays, he didn't allow David to develop into the game. So I think, you know, you're Diarmaid, you're Paul Brady going into this final. I feel like, as far as the tournament can go, I feel like these two players are actually relatively fresh.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, they've played into it, they've ended their games relatively quickly, and I think it'll stand to both of them. So I think we're going to have championship style final, like, you know, it's everyone, you know, hell for leather, and it's going to be a great game.
It's going to be incredible. In the ladies' final, we're going to have Martina McMahon. She'll be playing Sienna Nicarine. And in the men's final, we're going to have Paul Brady and Jeremy Nash. In a couple of minutes, we're going to have the ladies' doubles semi-finals. We're going to have Niamh Heffernan and Sienna Nicarine. They're going to play Quillen Burke and Ciara Mahan. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few moments.